It doesn't happen often, but on occasion I'll run into somebody, I bet you have too, and they've just never really considered the afterlife. They may have had an insulated and cushioned life. Death has never reached their household, and they just don't think about what's going to happen when you leave this life. On those occasions when I'm talking with them over coffee or having a good conversation and they're willing to listen, a lot of things open up to them. But it's the scripture that reminds us again and again, there is eternity to consider. And in compared to that, time right now is such a thief. Think of it, James chapter 4, verse 13. When we look at it, James says, some of you walk around as if you own time, the calendar, the clock. You go around and say, well, tomorrow we'll do this, and we'll expect to do this. And you're not thinking about the long term, are you? Verse 14, your life is like a vapor. It's here and it's gone. Think of a tea kettle on a stove, that boiling water coming out. How long does that steam last? I think of Job chapter 7 and verse 6. Job says, do you remember the weaver's shuttle? Well, your life is like one movement of that weaver's shuttle mechanism. It pushes the yarn into there to make a rug, and then that's the finished movement. That's your life in the vast expanse of time. Indeed, he says in chapter 9 and verse 25, my life is like a sprint race. It's here, after the sounding gun, it's over with. And it moves that fast. Indeed, it tells us in Psalm 90, at the best, we can look for 70. If you're very healthy, maybe 80 years, but it's going to move. It's going to fly away. Psalm 102, verse 11, talks about how it moves so quickly. It's just like a shadow. It's like grass withering under a hot desert sun. We keep seeing these different comparisons to the joys of heaven. Think about it. One of the most familiar passages that people know, saved and unsaved, would be the 23rd Psalm. Well, how does it end? Surely goodness and mercy, as I follow you, Lord, will follow me all the days of my life. But then, what's the crowning verse? I will dwell in the house, the home of the Lord forever. When time and eternity will be on our side because the Lord is taking us into his family. And as we know in 2 Peter chapter 3, all things will be remade, the grand renewal, as Jesus talks about in Matthew chapter 19. This will include time. This will include our lives in which we're going to enjoy the Lord forever and ever. His love will continue forever and ever, as it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. There are so many promises that we should consider as opposed to the brevity of time here on earth.